What up, what up, what up, people? It's your boy Marv, and this is The Nerds in the Hood. What's going on, people? Hope y'all week is going well. Mine's is. NBA preseason is starting today. My Liberty, well, actually it started on Friday, but anyway, my Liberty are back in the WNBA Finals. Let's go, Liberty. My Yankees are playing right now. That's why I'm wearing the Yankees hat, not just messing with the hoodie. You know the vibes. The Mets are doing okay, even though they lost yesterday. Giants won. Jets got cooked in London. It's a good time to be a New York sports fan is what I'm saying. Rangers and Islanders is coming back. Sabres, Bills, whatever. It's a good time to be a New York sports fan. But that, again, is not why I'm here. No, it's not why I'm here. We're not here to talk about that. What we're here to talk about is a nice little movie I saw yesterday. And I want to make sure that I'm getting the name right, because I think y'all know what it is. I think y'all know the vibes already. In the hood, we call this, well, let me say the name first, and I'll tell you what we call it in the hood. Anyway, I saw Joker Folie à Deux. That's right. One take Drake, baby. That's how I do it. I was like, I'm not even going to practice it. Folie à Deux. In the hood, we call that Joker 2. Basically, that's what we calling that out here. You know what's so interesting? I should have probably looked up what Folie à Deux means. But basically, it means, oh, here we go. Folly of two, aka shared psychosis or shared delusional disorder, which is very fitting based on what I saw in the movie, if you didn't see it yet. But based on what the movie is telling, that's what's going on. So you could already tell if I'm talking about a movie on Nerds in the Hood, then you know what time it is. Movie Pass movement activated. That's right, folks. My AMC Movie Pass movement continues with another movie I just saw courtesy of the good people at AMC. Shout out to them. I got to see this movie at no extra cost because monthly I be paying to see movies at least 3 times a week for the price of one movie ticket per month. I'm all right, people. I'm good. So, had a little date night with the missus, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, this movie was one of the most talked about movies of the weekend. Possibly going to be one of the most talked about movies for the next week or so. It's definitely about to be crazy with this movie. And the reason why is because we are a world divided right now. I don't even live outside the United States, and I can tell there's people across the world that are like very divided on how they feel about this film. I've had a lot of friends tell me, I've seen a lot of social media already say it, that this movie is trash. I don't really think I don't think I've seen anybody yet say this movie is fire, but I've seen a lot of people say this movie is trash. And I was like, I gotta go see this. I just have to. Now, from what I know so far, this movie is on track to not make the money it was anticipated to make in its first weekend. It was supposed to be over $70 million in its first weekend. So far, it's only made $37.8 million, which is a little over half. Just a little over half of what it was supposed to make. So that's already not good. That's not starting out good for the team over there in that Joker 2. Now, got to get right into the nitty gritty because they spent a lot of money, obviously, on this. I've been reading a lot into this. I've been looking into other people's videos. Shout out to Screen Crush. They know what they talking about. I've been looking into a lot of other different things, and I had to make sure that I came correct with some of the things I wanted to say. So I'm not really going to try to bite off of somebody else's words or styles, but what I do want to acknowledge is that I actually didn't hate this film. I did not hate this film. I'm not saying it to be like that 1%er that's like, oh yeah, this film was fire, y'all haters. I'm not saying it to get views. I'm not saying it for that. I mean, I am saying it to get views, but I'm not saying specifically on purpose that this movie was good. What I am saying is that it was one of those movies that were surprisingly good and weirdly good. Because on paper, it probably shouldn't have been good. But I think what the problem is for a lot of people is that they were expecting a lot of what they saw in the first Joker. And the first Joker, honestly, wasn't really that fire neither. It just was a side of Joker we never seen before. And I think that's why people liked the first one, because it was this side of Joker nobody was coming to expect. This guy who like clearly needed help with his origin story. Like he was just a failed comedian, failed social person. Like he failed at being social. My man was having delusions that he was having a little fling with a neighbor in his apartment building. And you come to find out he never really talked to that lady at all. He was just crazy. So what they do in the second one, let's just be real. I'm not going to spoil it, but I am going to give a like Cliff Notes summary as little to no spoilers as I can. Okay, so be warned. So basically, this is picking up from where the first one left off. Whereas you remember in the first one, he just caught a body on live television and just kind of stayed there and took it as a win for him, even though it wasn't really a win. Then got arrested. So we start right from that moment. He's in jail. Well, not even from that moment. It's a little past. Like he's already in jail, waiting for his sentencing, waiting to basically just go to jail and live out his sentence. Like that, at this point, that's it. Because remember, this ain't the Joker that got goons on call that can just help him get out of jail. This ain't that Joker. This ain't that Joker. He is a whole nother entity. This is a Joker that's just trying to figure things out. That's it. He's coming into his own personality. He's coming into his own self. Like he's just trying to figure stuff out so he could make the most of his situation. So he was just tired of the narrative he was living where people wasn't paying attention to him and people wasn't respecting him. And he finally got that at the end of the movie by any means necessary. Unfortunately, in this second movie, people are still taking advantage of him because the guards is hype because now he's like a celebrity, basically. You know what I mean? And he's pulling up to places and people just fucking with him like, oh, snap, it's Joker. Yo, Joker was good, homie. And he's just like, yeah, I'm chilling. You know what it is. You know the vibe. Joker all day, gang. Like, he's like, that's just him. And you kind of are just like, all right, cool. You're a celebrity now. When he's in jail, when he's in the court case, so they're having a court case, he has a lawyer who is trying her hardest to help this man. But the fame goes to his head and he starts wilding. And I can't tell you the outcome of the lawyer because, again, don't really want to spoil it. But what I can say is it just gets to a point where it's like, damn, you wilding, homie, even on the lawyer who's out here looking out for you. She is trying to help you be a free man or at least not go to jail for the rest of your life. And you over here just disrespecting her. You know what I mean? So it was just a lot of stuff like that. Now, for people who were mad that it was a musical, first off, yes, did not expect this movie to be a musical. But we were already warned before the movie came out it was going to be a musical or at least musical aspects, which is why they casted Lady Gaga in the first place. Yes, she is a cool actress. Yes, she is an amazing, talented singer. But that is why we got her. If that was the case, we would have got somebody similar to Margot Robbie, or we would have just got Margot Robbie. Either way, right? So, and don't sit here and act as if like, why would we get Margot Robbie again? Fam, she was in 2 Suicide Squads. How you in a reboot? How you in a reboot for another Suicide Squad movie? Even though, yes, there were a few other remaining characters, but they showed you in the beginning that it was just mainly going to be her coming back. One other guy came back, he got bodied later. So what I'm saying by that is like, Margot Robbie is the Harley Quinn. There are good ones for voices, like what's her name? Tara Strong, Kaylee Cuoco. Like there's good ones for that, you know what I mean? But then there's also, boom, here we are right now. There's only, from what I've seen, like 2 or 3 women that's played Harley Quinn live action. She's one of them. She's one of the best ones. I digress. So, Lady Gaga did her thing as Harley Quinn. She did her thing. There's a plot twist about her that you will find out later. But I thought she played a good Harley Quinn. But at the end of the day, for people who are mad about musicals, I got 2 simple words for you. You're bugging. You're bugging. Because if you saw the first movie, you would know this man was living in a musical his whole entire life in that movie. There was points where he was just like, like that lets you know in his mind, he's making theme songs. He's singing. So now what they decided to do in this movie is explore it a lot further because he fell in love And in musicals, when people are in love, when people are happy about something, when they have this type of dramatic flair, what do? They break out in a song. They start singing, they start dancing, they hype, dot, 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 and they make a whole song until the end. And everybody else is just looking around them, and they either gonna sing with them or they just gonna stand there and be like, all right, when you finish, fam, when you finish, we'll continue this conversation. You know what I mean? So I wasn't mad that it was a musical. I was just mad that, yes, it was weird. But the whole point of the movie was to just say, like, everybody's hype about who I am, but you fail to realize that, like, I bodied a bunch of people. I shouldn't have done that. I did one of them on live television. I should not have done that. I incited mobs and riots. I should not have done that. This is not who I am. So you're watching a movie about a guy who wanted the fame and the attention, got the fame and the attention, and then quickly realized, oh, snap, fam, I ain't about that life. This was literally a movie about a guy. This was, like, for anybody in the hood that's understanding what I'm saying, this was a movie about a guy who realized too late in the game he wasn't about that life. He wasn't ready for the streets. He was not ready for the streets. And it took somebody else to teach him that lesson. A couple of people, actually, which, again, not saying a spoiler, but I'm just saying, when you see the movie, whether you see it now in theaters or you wait till it comes on streaming services, you're going to realize at some point the Joker realizes, yo, fam, I ain't about that life, bro. That ain't me, gang. That ain't me. This ain't who I am. I just was trying to be cool, and I flew too close to the sun. You know what I mean? That's basically what this movie is about. Did they go a weird way about it? Yes, because they were supposed to. Remember, in the first film, it was weird. Remember, they had us all thinking that he had a crush on some chick and the chick had a crush on him back, and they was vibing, to find out that he was never vibing in real life. He was vibing in his mind. That's weird. And they led us that way for a few minutes in the movie. But I know what y'all want. Y'all want to dance on stairs in the Bronx. That's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to go back to the Bronx and dance on stairs. You thought Harley and Joker was going to have a little scene where they both danced on the stairs. No, they learned their lesson from you. They learned their lesson from you because y'all went to the Bronx and tried to emulate and copy what he did. And what happened? The residents of that neighborhood where the stairs reside let you know, stop coming around here doing that Joker stuff. It ain't cool. And they started throwing eggs at you. They started throwing mad stuff because it's not cool. It's corny. So they had to let you know, this ain't Philly. Yeah, Philly, you want to run up the Rocky stairs and stand there and do the, yo, Adrian, we did it. Nobody going to be mad at you. They love Rocky out there. Joker ain't really a Bronx hero. Rocky's a fictional hero in the town of Philadelphia. Joker is not. Ain't nobody out here going, yo, we bang with Joker. I didn't even know he's from the X. We don't do that over here. That's not who we are. You know what I'm saying? So that, like, we got to get out of this. Like, everybody's so hyped because the first one to them was this masterpiece when it really wasn't. It was just cool. It was cool for what it was because it was telling you a different story about the Joker and making you think like this was his life. No, you also got to remember, this is an Elseworlds tale. In DC Comics, they have these stories called Elseworlds, where they basically just tell you about different stories in different universes of DC. So not every story is going to be the same story, right? There's a story where Batman is actually Bruce Wayne's pops, not even Bruce Wayne, because in his world, he lives and his son doesn't. So it's always going to be a different story. In this story, apparently Joker was like brothers with Bruce Wayne. Brothers. Arthur Fleck and Bruce Wayne was brothers. They not even like enemies. They just was brothers, and they did some weird stuff at the gate. So they going to tell you a different story. Did we really need this to be a Joker story? Not really. This could have just been a regular story about a man and a woman, and a man that just went crazy because he wasn't a funny comic and he had some mental illnesses. Yes. And we're not poking fun at mental illnesses here at Nerds in the Hood. If you really know somebody who's going through it, reach out to them, talk to them, make sure they get proper help. Help them get proper help, if anything. Or if you're watching this, get the help you need. It's always out there. But this movie was mainly just that. It was just a cool movie, and it just further enhanced the wacky delusions of a man named Arthur Fleck and the people who gravitated around his delusions and was hyped at the character of who he was while forgetting what he did. And that's okay. It's dark. It's depressing. The first one was dark and depressing. This was just dark and depressing with little hints and little rays of sunshine because he sang. But it was showing off how crazy he was. There's a scene where he has a TV interview and he just busts out in a song. And we don't know if when he busts out in the song, the news reporter was cool with it and was just letting him sing for the ratings, or if he was making it all up and he just looked like an idiot on television singing. Not even an idiot, just a weirdo. So we don't even know if any of what happened in the story was real until the end, honestly. So in the end was like, once you got to the climax, that was fire. Once they got to the verdict and all that other stuff that happened afterwards, all of that to me was fire. Like, it was cool. Like, it was a brief moment of what we wanted. It got us back to, this is what happens in Gotham, because this is the world of Gotham. Gotham's up right now. Joker, the Penguin, Gotham is up right now. Kite Man, you know what I'm saying? All of those moves that DC just made, just involving Batman characters alone, they up right now. This is the only way they can compete with the movement that is Deadpool and Wolverine and Agatha all along. So anyway, at the end of the day, I thought this movie was not trash. Oh, rating system. As always, we have our patented Nerds in the Hood rating system, which involves 3 simple phrases that you've heard in the hood once in your life. And that is valid, meaning that this film is perfect, near perfect, or good. It's alright, meaning it's what it is. It's okay. It's not a bad movie. It's mid. Or nah, this ain't it. Meaning this movie is hot, dookie trash. It's just not working. It ain't cut out for it. Now, I know what the consensus of you people are thinking, but I don't think it's trash. I don't think it's valid, but I think it was alright. For what it was, when you really have to stop and watch it and think about it, it was cool. Was it a little, it was artistic is the right word, as my lady kept saying to me yesterday. It was artistic. It was a weird and artistic film because they was just on some other stuff with the arts. They was singing, they was dancing. It was the craziness that we've come to expect from the Joker. What more did you want? It's the Joker. He's going to be crazy. He's going to be deranged. He's going to laugh very, very dark and scary. We know this already. So why not sit and watch a story about just the Joker? There's no Batman in this story. There's a Bruce Wayne, but there's no Batman coming to save Gotham. Right? There's other also Gotham-based characters too. In this one, there's another one. Not going to say who it is, but I'll give you a hint. He's in a court case. So who you think is going to be? If you really know Batman, you'll know the vibes. So it's the Joker. This is what you've come to expect from it. They even let you know how crazy this movie's going to be because in the beginning of the movie, it starts off as a Looney Tunes cartoon with the Joker in it. And it takes you back to the vibes of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck, Tom and Jerry, everybody. So it lets you know that in this man's mind, there is a warped reality where he thinks that he is the man. He thinks he is untouchable. He's a celebrity. He is a character, and he feeds off of that energy. And he quickly realizes, I'm not about that life. I can sit here and give you theories and scenarios and all this other stuff. I'm not going to do all of that. But it's about a man just coming to terms with it and realizing that y'all are worshiping me for not even the right reasons. And when he realizes that, there's a point where he really realizes it. He has to come to terms with it. So I like the film. I ain't think it was trash. Go ahead. Flame me in the comments. Say things I missed. Go ahead. That's fine. I'm not going to sit here and spend an hour talking about this film. But what I am going to say is this film is not as bad as people made it out to be. Y'all just mad because it's not another film where he's dancing on the steps, going crazy, dressing up in costumes, even though he still does the costume and so does Lady Gaga. But it's not what y'all wanted it to be. And I like the fact that the director went that route. Why make the same film again or something similar? Let's go left with it. He swung for the fences. Did he get a home run? No. Did he get maybe a double? Yeah. That's baseball talk, meaning he ain't score, but he got himself in scoring position. And that's okay. I can live with that. I can live if I go to the movies and I get a movie that's alright. I can live and go to the movies and be like, this movie's fire. But I can't, you know, if it's whack, it's whack. But I'm going to leave y'all with this final thought. What I want to say is that with this final thought is that maybe, just maybe, we should stop focusing on the world of Batman. Let's take a break from the world of Batman. If this film taught us anything, is that we need to just take a break. Let's give ourselves some space from the Batman universe. Yes, he is the most popular DC comic book hero, and the Joker is the most popular DC comic book villain, with Harley Quinn coming right behind him in second place. But let's think about it in the past 10 years, right? We've got the Christopher Nolan Batman series. We got Ben Affleck as Batman. We got Suicide Squad, which involved Batman, Joker, and Harley Quinn. Then we had another Suicide Squad with Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn has her own cartoon show where she breaks up with the Joker, liberates herself, becomes free, and decides to start dating Poison Ivy, right? And then what happens? Poison Ivy, before that, was in a relationship with Kite Man, another Batman villain. She breaks up with him. He goes out with the Golden Glider, which I think might be a Batman villain. I'm not too sure. And then he gets his own spinoff. So now we have a Kite Man TV show. Robert Pattinson now becomes the Batman. His movie wasn't bad, but what ends up happening? You get such a great performance from Colin Farrell. Now Colin Farrell has his own TV show about the Penguin, another Batman villain. And don't forget, Joaquin Phoenix has now starred in 2 movies about the main most popular Batman villain, the Joker. And he's won an Academy Award for his performance. So it's just like we have so much Batman properties. Like Superman gets some love here and there. Wonder Woman had her thing. Aquaman. Even The Flash. Who did he team up with? Batman. Ben Affleck's Batman. Michael Keaton's Batman, and then ended up in a universe where he met George Clooney's Batman. It was a movie with 3 Batmans. 3! We didn't even need that many. So let's just chill on the Batman. Whether you liked Joker 2 or you hated Joker 2 or you thought it was okay, this should be just an example of like, we need to chill on the Batman. What was the most popular cartoon on Cartoon Network? Besides regular show and Steven Universe, Teen Titans Go. Teen Titans Go. Who is the leader of the Teen Titans? Robin. It's never gonna stop. When James Gunn's DC Universe flies in, was one of the biggest projects he's doing. It's Superman, and then there's a Batman one. This is what I'm saying. So it's like we just gotta chill out on the Batman stuff. Like, It's a lot now. I love Batman. I think Batman is one of the greatest superheroes ever made. But anytime DC's failing, they just pump another Batman project in and just hope that it just does well, because every other one don't do well. Granted, cool, but let's find some way to get more non-Batman stuff in it. His freaking butler had a TV show, for crying out loud. Yes, Alfred Pennyworth had a TV show. It went on for 3 seasons. 3. Why did we need a TV show to find out about what Pennyworth was doing before Batman was born? We didn't even need that. His pre-Butler life, that's how much they pump out Batman. Shit, Teen Titans did make a good joke about how Batman had different properties. They even had a movie for the Batmobile. And that was funny to me because it's true. And look where we're at now. We're in a world divided. In a summer where we just had so much dope comic book content between Deadpool and Wolverine, My Hero ending, The Boys, Invincible, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and so much other stuff. Here we are at one movie that just has the world like, man, I don't know about this one. I don't know. Give it a chance. Go see it. You might actually like it. And if you ain't rocking with it, you ain't rocking with it. But hit me up in the comments. Do we need to move on for Batman, or do we need to just keep pumping out more Batman content? Let me know. Holla at us. Subscribe to us here at Nerds in the Hood. It's your boy Marv. I'm going to go back to the Bronx and check to see if anybody's still trying to be bold enough to dance on them Joker stairs. Actually, we shouldn't even call it Joker stairs anymore. They're just stairs in the Bronx. Anyway, It's your boy Marv. I'm gonna catch you next time. Peace.